What's going on, y'all, man? It's an episode. As you guys know, man, this is my final three, final three for Cheat Code Charlie, man. Yep, it's about to be a wrap. It's been fun, man. But yeah, this is the final three episodes for the channel. So we're gonna talk about some stuff I got recently, and we're gonna start with my PS5 collection. I got 70 PS5 games. I can't believe it, 70 titles. So I hope you guys know about this. Picked up the recently PS5 Slim. This bad boy is the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's already come with a 1 terabyte hard drive. They didn't do too much with the controller, basically the same thing. But anywho, we're gonna get to the game. So first off, Street Fighter 6. This game was coming out, man. They was talking about the story mode in it. It's just incredible. Like before, they didn't have too much of any story mode to Street Fighter. It was just basic, just arcade, maybe like a practice mode or whatever like that. But now the new Street Fighter 6, man, is just like a whole new universe, fun interactive game, like 2 to 16 never players. It's about 55 gigs to play this game, but hell of a game. Capcom did their thing with this Street Fighter 6. That's number one. Number two, we got the Ascent. I just found out about this game recently. It's a 4-player local co-op game. You also can play online. It's about 20 gigs minimum. And this game reminds me, you can play solo or co-op. Reminds me of Cyberpunk 2077, but it's like a top-down shooter. So if you want something fun to play local co-op with your friends on the sofa, the Ascent is where it's at. Number two, Panda Hero Remastered. Yeah, I don't know too much nothing about this game. This is literally like 1 gig. It's a platformer. That's pretty much all I know about it. But yeah, like I said, it was only like $7 made by GS2 Games. I'm not too sure about any of the other games that they've made. But for like $6-7, I couldn't pass it up. And it's still sealed. You never know when one of these games might go up in price. So sometimes it's good to just find a game there that no one's paying attention to, and before you know it, 10-15 years from now, it might be worth something. So Panda Hero Remastered on the PS5. Number 4, we got Ghostwire Tokyo. I haven't even played this game yet. It's a weird first-person single-player adventure. It's like it's based in Tokyo. 1 player, only 22 gigs. To get it started, and it's by Bethesda. They're doing a lot of games right now. So right now, price at a pretty good price, around like $20 at your local GameStop. So Ghostwire Tokyo, PS5. That's game number 4. Number 5, Lego 2K Drive. My daughter's huge on Lego games. This game, I wish they had 4-player local co-op, but it's only 2 players. Good story mode. It's an open world racer. But yeah, so like I said, it's only 12 gigs with this game. And when it came out, I think it was like $60. But Lego started to take over. They got a bunch of like Lego games right now. That's pretty cool for everybody to play. So it's number 5. 6, Chernobyl. I think I'm saying that right. Let me know in the comments. Just like a first-person shooter, science fiction, survival horror RPG. Chernobyl Light. Haven't played this one yet, but the little bit I heard about it, it's a pretty good first-person shooter. So if you like survival horror games, RPG, role-playing game, this might be a game you may want to check out. So that's that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Final Fantasy VII Remake. The original I played a little bit of. I know. I didn't beat it. You know, I didn't play a whole lot of it back then. We grew up on the N64 initially, and then I got a PS1 later down the road. But the remake, I played a little bit of it. Incredible graphics. Only thing I didn't like is a lot of these PS5 games have a lot of gigs, take up a lot of space. So this one is like 100 gigs. But hey, man, like I said, you got 7 in here, man, and the story is always great in Final Fantasy. So it's the remake. Hired Gun. I actually did play this game. Hired Gun by Necromunda. Focus Home Interactive. This is a pretty cool first-person shooter game. I actually enjoyed playing this one. It's only 18 gigs. Like I said, you're navigating the ocean of crime and corruption in the indie, fast-paced, violent, and thrilling first-person shooter. set in the darkest reaches of Warhammer 40,000 most infamous hive city.
Keep going.
So like I said, they got a bunch of crazy guns. It kind of reminds me of Doom a little bit too, but it's higher gun. So check that one out. Saints Row, this is the latest one in the series. Saints Row, I think this is 4. No, this is 5 for sure. This is 5. One player game, about 50 gigs of space, and a little bit I played of it. It's pretty fun. So Saints Row should be pretty cheap by now too. So check that out. Severed Steel. This one is sealed. I did that on my Steam Deck recently as well. This is a crazy like first-person shooter. You like glide off of walls. It's like crazy. Kind of reminds me of like a Max Payne, but like futuristic and like cyberpunk mix, something like that. But Severed Steel. So check that one out if you haven't heard that about that game. Need for Speed Unbound was not too crazy about this one. You're basically, as soon as you start the game, you're like in the same car for a long time before they give you another one. That didn't really care about that too much. The graphics in this game kind of have like some cartoonish graphics, but the little bit I played was pretty okay. So Need for Speed Unbound, check that out. Arcadegeddon. This one was like a random one. I think this game is made by Ilphonic, and it's a single player third-person shooter, and you get to battle with friends, like up to 4 players online. Only 10 gigs of space. So this game should be marked down now. It's about $20. That's that. Prodeus. I don't know how you say it. This one's kind of like Doom. I want to say it's a first-person shooter, also in the same realm of Quake. So you like those type of games, Prodeus, whatever. Pretty good, fun game to play, first-person shooter. So yeah, that's that. Chris Tales. I don't know too much of anything about this one. That only that it looks like an RPG, and that it's cheap right now. So if you're in GameStop looking for a cool game to play that doesn't take up a whole lot of hard drive space, Chris Tales. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, it's a JRPG. So yeah, you see it for a couple $, go ahead and get it. Grid Legends. The first Grid game I played was on the PS3. A nice speed racer type of game with real cars. On the PS3, they had like a local co-op to 2 players. For some reason, Grid Legends only had 1 player. 45 gigs of space. But I didn't have a whole lot to this game, so the price went down pretty quickly. I don't know why, but if you're looking for a nice racer game, it's made by Cold Masters, EA, Electronic Arts, and this could be a cool game to play with some, well, by yourself. Unless you play online, you can play with up to 22 people. So that's that. Control. This is another one that kind of reminds me of Max Payne a little bit, as far as like the slow speed shooting, a lot of action. If you're looking for something that's not gonna put you to sleep, this is probably the game to play. So that's Control. It's won over like 80 awards, and this is the ultimate edition of the game. So Control, only 35 gigs, and it's a fun action playing game. Only about $20 right now. That's that. Yakuza, Light for a Dragon. The Yakuza series is open world video game where you're like in Chinatown and you're fighting bad guys with bats and all kinds of stuff. And this is also a 2-player local co-op game as well. So if you like those Bruce Lee movies or karate, most likely you're gonna like Yakuza. And it's also made by Sega, so you can't really go wrong with Sega games. So that's that. Hades, this game was going crazy in the past year or two since it's been out. 1 player, only 8 gigs of space. It's a top-down, it's like a top-down action game. That's the best way I can describe it. But it was the game of the year for 2020 for IGN, Giant Bomb, and DICE Awards. Soundtrack is pretty interesting as well, and this game is pretty cheap. It had like a little manual that came with it. It was pretty cool. We don't get too many of these anymore. So the fact that you can get a nice little manual with some of the characters, you know, that's definitely worth getting. So it was only $20 at the time. Right now, I don't know if the price has dropped or not, but it might have. That's that. Far Cry 6. Actually did enjoy playing this game. This one actually has a it might be a DLC, but there's a certain part in the game, I think within like a 30 minutes to an hour, you'll get to a certain part, and it has the Stranger Things. If you've seen Stranger Things on Netflix, which at first I was like, oh, I don't know too much about the show, it's kind of boring. I watched the first 2-3 episodes. I was hooked. I was like, I gotta watch more of the show. Then I got hooked on the show. So there's a DLC in Far Cry 6 where you get to play the Stranger Things DLC, so to speak, in the game, and you get to like kill the evil monsters. I forgot what they call them. If you watch the show, you know what I'm talking about. But it's in the game. So it's in Far Cry 6. A lot of great guns. A lot of action. 50 gigs of space. So I mean, listen, if you got a PS5 at this point, you're gonna need to buy you a 2 terabyte hard drive anyway. So just think about doing that. Evil West, haven't got around to yet, but it's made by Flying Wild Hog Focus Entertainment. And if you like killing vampires, again, you want to get Evil West. Curse Space, I actually did play a little bit of this. It's kind of like a little shooter. Only 3 gigs worth of space, but it's weird. You get to fight like little tarantulas on a little spaceship on top of a big spaceship. And that's Curse Space. So this one was like an arcade style twin stick shooter. So if you like those type of games, looking for something cheap, only $6. Curse Space. Avengers, horrible. Next. Aliens Fire Team Elite. This is a 1-player game. Yes, this one actually was pretty fun. You can play up to 3 players online network, in your PlayStation Network. 22 gigs of space, and you're shooting aliens. So I mean, if you like shoot aliens, it's pretty good gameplay. That's that. Alex the Kid is a platformer. If you like Mario, Sonic, who else? Vector Man, things of that nature. That you might like Alex the Kid. I think also, if I'm not mistaken, Alex the Kid was initially on the Sega. I can't think of which Sega platform, but it was on the Sega. It may be in all of them. But Alex Kidd was a platformer also for Sega as well back in the day. So I think they remastered it. The PS5 edition comes with a keychain here, as you can see. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, you want it. You want it. I know. Yeah, you want it. I know. So yeah, that's that. Comes with like a little manual as well, which is like it came from like the 1950s. It's super old. This is all black and white. But yeah, that's that. And like I said, you like a good platform game to play, Alex Kidd is pretty cool also. Deathloop, also from I want to say this from Bethesda Softworks. This game had a lot of hype, and it just was just okay to me. I couldn't really grab into it. But you got 24 hours, 8 targets, 1 rival mission, action, 1-player game. I want to say this is a first-person shooter, and yeah, like I said, I mean, it should be cheaper than $30 now, so you can check it out at your local GameStop and see if you can get it for a little bit cheaper. Guardians of the Galaxy, if you like Marvel, I don't know why they didn't make this local co-op for 4 players. It's only 1 player, but I got it for $20 at my buddy's game store. And Guardians of the Galaxy actually was a pretty good game on the PS5, so let me get that. Hitman World of Assassination, picked this up recently. It has Hitman 1, 2, and 3. Also has this is the only version that has the Hitman guy in a Santa Claus suit. So you get to play and shoot people in a Santa Claus suit, and also the 2 buddies from the Home Alone movie. Was it Marv and what's the other guy's name? The two idiots in the Home Alone. They're basically in the game, and you're trying to hunt them and shoot them. So not their actual face, but they got their names, in the game. So I picked it up, looking for a lot of great Christmas games this year to play, and this one was a pretty cool one to play. So Hitman 1, 2, and 3. You can't find this at your local GameStop, but I did go on like a Best Buy or eBay. No, I'm sorry, Amazon, and picked it up. So Hitman. Resident Evil 4. This remake is incredible. If you have a PS5, this is one of the first single-player games you should get. Resident Evil 4 remake. I didn't get into the original ones because, yeah, I was scared. I was scared shitless. I'm not gonna lie. The first time I played this game, I was scared. It was on a GameCube. I'm like, why am I'm a grown man, but I'm scared to play this game. I was scared. But I put this one in. I'm almost done beating it. I had to take a break. But it's really good. So Resident Evil 4 remake, made by Capcom. 60 gigs of space that you need, in your console. But Fun game. So get that. Smurfs Mission Leaf is a platforming game. PS5. We got Kena, Bridge of Spirits. I've had this for a while. I haven't got around to it as of yet. But it's one player, 19 gigs. You embark on a journey as Kena, a young spirit guide, uncover the mysteries lurking in a forgotten village inhabited by lost souls. This action-packed adventure combines fantastical exploration with fast-paced combat. Find and grow a team of charming spirit companions to ride on your quest to free the lost spirits. So this one kind of reminds me like a Pixel movie, like Toy Story or something. Like the girl, the Kena girl, she looks like somebody from like a Pixar movie. So yeah, I haven't played this one yet, but I did hear really good things about it before I bought it, and that's why I bought it. So that's that. Here we got Persona 5 Royal. I still got this sealed. I haven't even opened it yet. Still sealed. This is a one-player game. A winning RPG experience in the definitive edition of Persona 5 Royal, featuring a treasure trove of downloadable content included in this game. So like I said, Persona 5, you really can't go wrong with any of the Personas, to be honest. Everyone I played is pretty fun, and it's an RPG role-playing game, so keep that. Yuden Chronicle Rising. This actually is like a really fun RPG game with a lot of interesting characters. Only 2.4 gigs, and the little bit I did play about this game, it's made by Red Art Games, 505 Games. The little bit I did play was pretty cool. So if you get a chance to check this one out, I think it's about 25 bucks at GameStop. Turtles, the Cowabunga Collection. This basically has all of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games for the most part that you grew up playing. So Turtles 1, 2, and 3, and it's local co-op, and it's up to 4 players locally can play. So looking for a 4-player game for your buddies to play, this is one you might want to get. That's that. Star Wars Skywalker Lego. Again, Lego with their games, they're taking over. Star Wars the Skywalker Saga. You get to play all of the 9 movies that are in the series of Star Wars. So if you're gonna play a Star Wars game and relive some of those scenes with Anakin Skywalker in Episode 1 when he was in the pod racer and he was trying to defeat the other bad racer guy, I can't think of his name, you know his name. Then this is a pretty good fun game to play with family. So like I said, it's a 2-player, 45 gigs, is like 20 iconic planets, hundreds of playable characters and vehicles. There is a TV show on Hulu right now, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Great show. I don't know why we only get 1 season of that show, but Obi-Wan Kenobi, there's a black girl, I think she's called the Third Sister. She's in this game. I don't know why she's not in the new Star Wars games. I don't understand that. But she's in the Lego game, and she is incredible. Like, I'm talking about incredible. Like, she's got a freaking lightsaber, red saber. You watch the show, she's evil, but she's not evil. It's dope. Just trust me. Like, if you haven't seen Obi-Wan Kenobi on Hulu, just trust me. Watch it. Dope. Mortal Kombat 1. Okay, they gave us a little bit of everything in here. So you got an immersive story campaign. You got the invasions mode, which you kind of like walking through like Johnny Cage's crib and like going a certain. It's kind of like a Monopoly or something. You like you walk in different spots and then you stop and you fight somebody. You walk through the house, you stop, you fight somebody else. I'm like, what is this? So they probably could have kept that part out. But another great game, Mortal Kombat 1. You get some cameo fighters that gets to come in while you're fighting and kind of help you throughout the match. So that's that. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. This was the first Call of Duty game that came out for the PS5. Was Cold War in 2020 when this system dropped. The zombies on here was pretty cool. They did have some kind of Christmas themed stuff that was going on. I think it was some Christmas lights or something like that. That was pretty cool. Zombies were in this game. Multiplayer was cool. 2 players. Only thing I didn't like is this is probably the most gigs in a Call of Duty game. It's like 285 gigs of space. Other than that, pretty good game. Tony Hawk 1 and 2 came out originally on the PlayStation 1 and 2 and on the Dreamcast. And there's not a story mode to this. It's basically you just hop on your skateboard and you're doing tricks. That's basically it. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. As you can see, mine is still sealed. I haven't played this one, but if you're looking for a 4-player local couch co-op game to play, you may want to check this out. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. Spider-Man Miles Morales. About time we got a black Spider-Man. It's about time. So yeah, we got Miles Morales in this one. This actually I played half, but I didn't finish the whole game. But this is a fun game to play. 105 gigs. Of course, Insomniac, made by Insomniac. And like I said, if you like Marvel games, it's another good one to buy. Scarlet Nexus. I don't know too much about this one. I haven't played it at all. But it's only 16 gigs and it's pretty cheap at GameStop. So you're gonna check that out. Check that out. In Sound Mind, another one I have not gotten to yet. I got so many stuff I collect. I don't get to every single game. But In Sound Mind, only 20 gigs. Explore and fight through a series of unsettling memories as you journey within the inner workings of the one place you can't seem to escape, your own mind. So it's basically a survival horror game. Solve mind-bending puzzles. It's got a pretty eerie soundtrack. Like I said, it's a single-player game made by Modus. So, then check that out. Returnal. This game had finally dropped. It was like pretty expensive for a while, then it finally dropped. So, this one about 60 gigs. Returnal. You basically fighting your way through aliens or whatever in the game. And I think whenever you die, you have to go back to where you started. There was supposed to be a DLC where you could play up to 2 players. I don't know if that's still a fact or not. I didn't get a chance to get or to put an update once that happened, so I don't know if that's factual. You guys can let me know in the comments if it is. But yeah, that's Returnal. We also got Resident Evil Village. In this one, you got like a bunch of, I think, like werewolves in Resident Evil Village. They put out a DLC where you get to play as a third person, which I love third person in Resident Evil. I don't like any. I think Resident Evil 7 had a first person thing. I didn't really care for that. Third person Resident Evil game is where it's at. They put out the third person Resident Evil game. I'm gonna play it. So this one did come out with that DLC for Village, and this is the 8th one in the series for Resident Evil. Sonic Frontiers. I played this actually a pretty good amount of it. I didn't care for it that much. It was just okay. Sonic Frontiers. That's really all I can say about it. It was just okay. Gonna move on. Dolmen, D-O-L-M-E-N. I bought it for cheap, like $8.99. It's a single player game. I guess you're like shooting aliens. That's all I really know about this game. I haven't even played this one. It was just like another one that I found for cheap and I bought it. That's that. Foreclosed, another one. Bought for cheap, $10. It's got like this cartoonish vibe, you know, a comic book layout to the game. So it's 1 player, only 2 gigs, and it's pretty cheap. So if you see this at GameStop as well, you want to add something to your collection, Foreclosed. Dying Light 2, Stay Human. Got it for $12.99. This is a first-person zombie post-apocalyptic world. Explore the reaches of one of the last standing cities. Shape it with your choices and face the consequences as you decide its fate. So it's single player, but if you play online, you can play up to 4 players. 60 gigs. It's made by Techland. I don't know who made the first one, but this one has a bunch of awards and nominations for Dying Light 2, Stay Human. I think they also came out with a Christmas themed map for this one as well. So that's Dying Light 2, Stay Human. Sifu. They haven't given us any karate games in a while, and this one's pretty good. It's sealed. Haven't opened mine up yet. This is a steel book copy. Oh yeah. Vengeance Edition is also on the Nintendo Switch as well. And I believe once you play this game and you die, every time you die, you become older in the game. So my version comes with a steel book, 48-page art book, a soundtrack, 3 lithographs. Basically, it's like don't open it. That's basically what this means. Don't open it. If I find it digital, just buy digital and play that, because this might be worth something. So yeah, that's Sifu. We got Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I got this probably when I first got my PS5, so it looks pretty dirty. Need to clean this. But yeah, like I said, these are just my pickups, man, for my PS5, and This is Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and it's pretty decent. I didn't play too much of it, but a little bit was pretty decent. I played Immortals Phoenix Rising. This also came out on the Switch. I don't know if it's on the Xbox. This kind of reminds me of like a Zelda open world adventure game, and yeah, single player, 30 gigs of space, and it should be pretty cheap right now too. So Immortals Phoenix Rising. Tales of Arise. This is a JRPG, sealed, as you can see. I got this for like 30 bucks when it first came out. 39 gigs, anime type style game. And like I said, I haven't played it because it's sealed, but any RPG I'm starting to notice, they always go up in price for the most part. Any role-playing games, 9 out of 10 they go up in price, so you might want to check that out. Tormented Souls is a survival horror game. It's one player, and it's only 6 gigs, so this is pretty cheap too, I think, right now. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. This is one of the games that they have first mentioned. The PS5 came out, and I haven't played it, but a little bit I heard about it. It's pretty cool. So you're going dimension hopping with Ratchet & Clank and newcomer Rivet, a resistance fighter from another universe, help them take on a maniacal robot emperor and stop a dimensional collapse. Take aim with outrageous weaponry, slip through dimension rifts, explore never before seen planets. So you get to jump from planet to planet in Ratchet & Clank, and this is one of the first games that they had mentioned when the PS5 was going to come out. So a little bit I heard about this one. It was pretty good. Instead, we got Wild Card Football. Okay, this was made by the same people that did the NBA 2K series. So if you got NBA 2K Playgrounds 1 and 2, one came out as only a digital download, but NBA Playgrounds 2 came out for Switch, PS4, Xbox. So now they came over to the football side of things, and they got Wild Card Football. Actually a pretty decent fun game. It's a 2-player game. Kind of reminds you of like NFL Blitz, if you love playing Blitz on the N64 or the PlayStation 1. This is the type of game that you might want to check out, you might want to play. So you're playing with like cards, and you could like to be a giant, run through people. Like it's got a bunch of crazy modes you can play with this game. But like I said, the bit that I played was actually pretty cool. So it's Wild Card Football, and hopefully we get more like this, because I miss those days when we had like a lot of arcade football games. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Okay, I'm kind of pissed with them. I'm gonna just start right there. This is the first Call of Duty game in the series that I could think of, probably since they first started, that did not have offline zombies. I'm pretty pissed. You only can play the zombie mode on this game online. And every zombie game in Call of Duty, you get to play offline. Not with this one. So I was pretty pissed off about this. But I've been playing a lot of it online recently. And like I said, I was into the Christmas spirit recently for Christmas. And they had a Santa Claus theme skin. So I bought that, and I was shooting people with my Santa Claus gun, all that good stuff. And I think they actually had a couple Christmas maps, but again, the Christmas maps also are only online. They don't have the Christmas maps offline. So that to me is kind of irritating. They need to go back to the Call of Duty Modern Remastered 2017 version, when they gave us Winter Crash as a map on the game. They should have done that with this. Give us back those Christmas maps. Give us something exclusive. I don't care if it's like the deluxe edition. If I know it's in there and it costs me $70-80, I might just do that. So Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, like, it has some pretty mixed reviews. That's probably why. But anywho, that's that. We got Fist Forge of Shadow Torch. This one it's not sealed, but it's brand new. I hadn't even played it yet. This is a platformer game. I don't know too much about it, but a little bit I did see about it. Made me want to go and buy it. So about $40 online. And if you're looking for something pretty cool to play, that's Fist, F-I-S-T, Forge in Shadow Torch. So check it out. We got NBA K. What did that say? NBA K? NBA 2K22. I got for $8. I'm not a big 2K person, but I also have a mobile video game truck business. So kids are going to want to play 2K, so that's why I got it. That's about it. I don't really care for 2K. GameStop had a sale recently for 50% off. So Clive and Wrench is a platforming game. Meet Clive and a rabbit and Wrench, the literal monkey on his back. Your adventure takes you hurling through time and space in a 1950s refrigerator on a heroic quest to thwart the tyrannical Dr. Dacus and stop his evil plans. Interesting. I think this is probably a good game for kids to play. So if you want something for the kiddies to play, it's rated everyone for fantasy violence. Probably just hitting somebody with a paper cup. I don't see it being any more violent than that. But yeah, that's Clive and Wrench. So get a chance, check that out. Clive and Wrench. We got Blood Rain 2 revamped. This originally came out on the PS2 and the original Xbox. Blood Rain is basically back with the new era, acrobatic movements, rail sliding, fast-paced blade and gun combat, and fatal finishing moves. This is how they should have made the Blade video games. It should have been like this. I don't know what they were thinking. It should have been like this. But Blood Rain 2, also Blood Rain 1, also on the PS5 as well. And it's only like 8 gigs, made by Limited Run. And you know, they always putting out, giving us some physical content of some of these hard to find games. So if you're looking for it, you can try Limited Run or your local Amazon or eBay and see if you can find Blood Rain 2. I got this one during Christmas time. It said Saves Christmas, whatever that means. Cthulhu Saves Christmas. This is an RPG, pretty fun. Also by Limited Run Games. It's pretty cool. It's Christmas themed, very Christmas themed. Like you're going through the mall and all kind of places and trying to save Santa Claus. But it's pretty cool. A little bit I played was pretty dope. So that's that. Quake, 4-player local co-op. This game came out on the N64, if I'm not mistaken. PlayStation 1. Yeah, if you have fun with your friends back then playing this game, it's the same thing. It's a 4-player local co-op. You play with your buddies, and it's made by Limited Run, so that's Quake. Override 2, fun robotic game. What else I can say? It's a 4-player local co-op and a fun game to play with your family and friends. So that's Override 2. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, another 4-player made by Game Meal Entertainment. You got SpongeBob, you got one of the Ninja Turtles in here. You got April O'Neil from the Turtles. You got Airbender. You got a little bit of everybody in here. I think Master Shredder's in here too. So yeah, it's kind of like Super Smash Brothers, but with Nickelodeon characters. That's basically what it is. Overcooked. I tried playing this game. It's cheap. It's local co-op, but I didn't have fun with it. That's all I can say about that. Borderlands, 4-player local co-op. Another 4-player local co-op game. It's a first-person shooter, and it's pretty fun. So they put out several Borderlands games at this point. But if you want a good shooter with your friends that you can play with, Borderlands 3. Sackboy, this is one of the first games I got when the PlayStation 5 came out. Played this a lot with my daughters. Great time. Kind of like Mario, Sonic, platformer. They got so much DLC for this game, it's crazy. Like you can literally dress as a caterpillar, a Christmas tree, Santa Claus. You can be probably one of the Three Stooges, a small albino children. You can be all that in this game if you want to. Literally. So that's Sackboy, A Big Adventure. Oh, and then how can I forget the soundtrack? The soundtrack is fat. You got Bruno Mars music in here. You got a little bit of everybody in here playing jams while you scram, all that good stuff. And then Sackboy, A Big Adventure. Nickelodeon Kart Racers, Slime Speedway, 4-player, you know, kind of like a Mario Kart. I played it. It's actually pretty cool. My favorite character is Jimmy Neutron. So yeah, that's that. Hot Wheels Unleashed. They should make this 4 players. I don't know why it's only 2 players. A lot of great DLC. A lot of Batman, Gotham themed levels, Christmas themed levels as well. A lot of great cars. You got the DeLorean from Back to the Future in this game as well, and it's pretty fun. This Hot Wheels Unleashed. We got Demon Slayer, 2-player game, and I believe this is also based off the anime series that's also on Netflix as well. So this is Demon Slayer, the Hanakami Chronicles. This is also on the Xbox. It might be also on the Switch as well. So there's a versus mode, adventure mode as well. So Demon Slayer. We got Guilty Gear. You want just a 2-player fighting game. This is pretty cool. Not that many characters on this game. I think it's like only like 12 characters or something. It's a small character list of people to fight with, but 2-player game. And I think it's cheaper than this now, or at least it might be. 2K23, as you guys can see, mine is still sealed. This game been out, and they about to be releasing 2K24, and mine is still sealed because I bought it brand new. 4-player local co-op, Stone Cold, Bianca Belair. We just got Jade Cargill in the WWE. I don't know about you guys, but I'm waiting for Bianca Belair and Jade to go at it in a WrestleMania. I feel like it'll be just as big as Stone Cold versus The Rock. That's how I feel about that. But both them girls going at it for the women's heavyweight belt would be crazy. So that's that. Mortal Kombat 11. Great game, 37 fighters, 2 players. Yeah, if you don't have this by now, what have you been doing with your life? Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. We got Gran Turismo 7. They just released a 4-player local co-op for this game. Also, the movie that came out this year, if you haven't seen Gran Turismo, I've seen it. It's now on Netflix. Go on Netflix. You can see it for free if you got Netflix. And it's a great movie. Matter of fact, my guy Marshawn, who's behind the camera, if he hasn't seen that movie, once he sees it, he's gonna want him a racing setup. Cause I kid you not, as soon as I got done seeing him, like, I'm like, dude, I'm going home and I'm getting a racing simulator. And sure enough, that's what I did, and it was just a hell of fun, you know. So, anywho, Gran Turismo 7, man, a lot of great cars. This thing is, they've been put out this game for years, man. Gran Turismo since the first one on the PS1, and now we're here on the PlayStation 5 with Gran Turismo 7. So 25th anniversary's got some crazy great soundtracks, and like I said, they got a new 4-player local co-op mode, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna probably get into that before he leaves, so you can get on that racing sim. That's that. Inertial Drift, another racer that you're just basically just drifting through the whole race. It's kind of like Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, but you just drifting the whole doggone game. But it's 2 players, it's local co-op. It's got this anime feel for the graphics, but I bought it for 29 bucks, and it was decent. Can't say I hated it, can't say I loved it, but it was decent. That's that. This is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R. 2-player, 50 playable characters. In this game, mine is still sealed. That's like you know, like I told you guys before, I'm a collector first, and then I play my games. So that's that. But 2-player game, and usually all the JoJo Bizarre's Adventure games are pretty cool. So that's that. Dirt 5, 4-player local co-op. This is what I wish Gran Turismo had at first, but it's okay because now they have it now. But they got 4-player local co-op. But Dirt 5 has 4 players local co-op. Off-road, on-road racing, how you want to do it, Dirt 5. And actually, this is a pretty good game. I actually did play a lot of this. Really great. I think the price is cheaper than 40 bucks now. So you get a chance to check out Dirt 5. King of Fighters. This is huge when it came out. A lot of the fighting game community loves anything with the King of Fighters, especially for tournaments. So, King of Fighters, got that. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. This is a 4-player local co-op. I played a lot of this with my daughter. This actually was a fun first-person shooter, and it's based off the Borderlands series. So Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is based off of Borderlands series. So if you like Borderlands, you'll like Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Judgments. This is the first one in the series. This is kind of like the Yakuza series, like I was telling you. Open world, karate, all that great stuff. And this first one, again, is made by Sega. I think there's a lot of places, at least some places in the game where you can go out into certain stores and they'll have like arcades, and you can just go into the arcade place and play arcade games, like probably pole position within the game. So that's pretty cool. That's Judgment, the first one on the PS5. Last but not least, we got Lost Judgment, which was the sequel. Also, again, made by Sega. And like I said, if you like these fun open world games, to me, I'm starting to learn that I don't like open world as much because the camera does a lot of doggone turning, and the older I'm getting, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be in like seasick or something because it's a bunch of turning every time I turn in the game to go somewhere. It's trying to be a little bit too much for me. But like I said, this is my 70 PlayStation 5 games. I got the PS5 Slim. I got a whole bunch of new stuff. Like I said, man, this is the final 3 episodes, man. So hopefully I will enjoy this pickups of my 70 PS5 games. And who knows, one day I might come back, but this is the final 3. You guys stay tuned. Cheat Code Charlie. Peace.